Hello everyone and welcome back to Aarklash Legacy. Last time we found out that this is not the crypt we want to enter. And it's Z to open the map? Yep. So we've been pretty much everywhere except for this last bit, which is obviously where the crypt will end up being. Because there's a second seal that needs breaking, of course. But then we'll almost...
Is there no end to these tombs?
I thought a dwarf would feel at home under Earth.
Aye, under us that's right. That is how you lay the dead, and yet we walk and fight amongst them.
Our fates are already wrung. If death awaits, I for one will welcome her cold lips upon my brow.
Come, much work still to do.
Yes, patrons have faith in us. We have faith in patrons.
So Leglorus is definitely the poet of the group. And I found out, I actually went to check the options for once. I can quick save using F5 and quick load
This
using...
place is familiar to me, yes. This is where we brought the secret treasures.
What sort of treasures, like? Inventions? Magic?
Do you not know the meaning of secret? I have sworn my life to the goldmongers.
I'm not questioning your honor, Leglorus. I mean, we're all wheel swords. We've all signed a contract and we cannot betray the goldmongers.
Friends, this spirit from older times, centuries gone. Pledged word was binding, more so than Lake of Blood. The guild was young, souls loyal. Blood magic come later.
Yes, we built an empire without boundaries. Our caravans were full of treasure, 1,000 quors strong, a sword at each wheel. I, Leglorus of the first quor, Primus Quorus.
Are you saying people chose to serve the guild? There were no contracts?
The wheel swords grew so powerful and rich working for the patrons that the masters began to fear us. They then drew contracts, not with barristers, but with mages to assure our fealty in blood. I have slit 1,000 throats in the goldmonger's name. I would never have betrayed them. I am Leglorus. Leglorus is his word.
I have met the shadows of those you slew. Proud battles, good days, fine deaths.
I like you, Leglorus.
Right, to the patrons then. Let's find Lockshai so we can get our next orders.
Okay, I interrupted myself rudely there. Yeah, I've looked at the options and I can now quick save. Wahey! Oh, another puzzle. Now supposedly this is where the secret treasures are. I don't know if we can actually get them though. Because there are doors here, but I don't believe we can get them open. Certainly can't see anything beyond the doors that would resemble treasure. Got a wriggling mass of maggots, which isn't really treasure. But I think this is one of those... Yeah. So if there's a secret here that I don't know about, and you do, feel free to tell me. Otherwise, I believe the way this works is I click on a crystal, and that crystal and all the ones adjacent to it change state. By which I mean if it was off, it'll be turned on, and if it was on, it'll be turned off. And I have no set solution for this. I usually just trial and error these kinds of riddles. It's a common enough theme, but there we go. That was quick. Definitely took me longer last time. And as I said, I'm not working from a solution for these puzzles. They are fairly simple, so... And eventually, of course, I will start failing. What do we have here? 2 of the gargoyles, okay. I was going to check, okay, they are equally resilient to physical and magical. So I want everyone to attack this one. And friends... Wait. Oh, his armor thing is now apparently... Oh, okay. You just can't see it, because the ground is slightly raised up and the texture of the arrow on the ground is basically below the ground, making it rather difficult to aim. Let's hope this works. Knocker can do the buff thing. Death Wish on Legolas. Okay, if I hit the gargoyle he might be immune to it, but I don't think I even hit him. Oh well. Will the sniper shot work? It's so difficult to tell.
Bring this upon yourself.
I doubt it did. Okay, fine. To avoid that in the future. Let's get Frinz over here. Yep, I'm out of range. Good. Legolas can use his spell. I can now at least see the arrows. That's quite helpful. And Mocha, I would like you to get a Mystic Essence going on Knocker. He's healing himself quite a bit now. Okay, he's immune to control effects. He transforms damage into healing. I don't think I've got anyone who can remove increase effects though, so... well, takes 3 seconds to cast. Let's see how those interact. They do not, okay. So he transforms damage into healing, and I just transformed healing into damage, but his effect seems to override mine, even though I cast mine second. It sadly does not seem to work that way. Now. Okay, so the reduction effect worked. Now let's try to shatter concentrate. See, that's what I was talking about. Now, Death Wish.
Support yourself.
Friends, get behind him, please. Okay. Now, reduces physical armor. And Legolas, give him a Death Wish for the debuff. That's still casting, so Shatter Concentrate.
I mock thee.
And you die!
And then punch in this to get the kill. Nice. Haha. Quick saving is fun. Now I obviously have no items, but someone gained a level up. Knocker increases the armor by 150%. I'll take it. And Friends. I could either make the debuff have a longer range, or make it an AoE thing. I think I'll go for actually, I'll go for the AoE. It's a channeling thing, but he only really has one ability that I use anyway, so I think it might be okay. And for Mocha, let's make the healing stronger. by increasing the dodge chance granted to the ally and making it cast faster. So 5 seconds down to 3 seconds. And break the seal. The last one, or the second one we need. Now we can change groups.
The stench of these lands fouls my nostrils. Why would the patrons deal with the outcast barony to build their haven here?
Who would come here? Where is safer than cradled in the arms of death? None will approach you here, my dear.
Any who dare approach me will sleep in the arms of death.
Hush. I like this as much as you. I fear the tranquility of this dark garden will not last.
Okay, so Bolam. I think we haven't read his stuff yet, so let's go for that. They did not get experience for the fights I did with the other group, by the way. So first, his advantage is that he naturally regenerates 1% of his maximum health per second. So at this point that would be 19 per second. But his weakness is that the chances of missing for him is increased. So yeah, he is... I mean, you would think he's a better tank because of the natural regeneration, but he lacks the self-heal that Nokka has. I find him more difficult to use. Currently his skills are Ogre Vocabulary, which is a 2-second cast taunt, which again I like the instant cast one Nokka has. And Jump Right In. If he's between 5 and 7 meters away from his target, he can charge and do a bunch of damage. Not a bad skill, but as you can see he has no self-heal. And biography. Bolam left his village to save his clan from certain doom. Caught in the middle of a tremendous war between the Scorpion and the Eagle, their lands were a battleground until the Goldmongers agreed to intervene on their behalf if they would offer up a member of their clan as wheel sword. Bolam, a favorite son of the tribe, agreed immediately to go. He had always wanted to see the world and discover its 1,000 stones. The village was saved and the belligerents took their war elsewhere. They say that the copper link put around his wrist took the metal of 24 normal wheel sword links to forge, and the magic of 3 patrons. Whether or not that is true, they've never so much as attempted to make him a silver one, and Bolam has never asked for one. He considers the wheel swords his clan now, and the patrons his father's. So that's nice. And he's our tank. We've got Nella, finally crowd control again, Denzel with his Whirlwind of the God Rat, and Wenderu, our, at least my preferred healer. But yeah. So Black Priest, Skeleton Priest, and a Skeleton in armor. Now the Black Priest had some annoying things. And we get these guys coming up from the ground. They're not so bad. I'll show you them in a second once they fully spawned. Nope, you're not casting anything, I'm sorry. Okay, now I can show you those. They're called horrors. They're not really that bad. Firstly, Denzel, get over here and attack that. Bolam, yeah, attack that. Why not? Wenderu can get down here. And now let's look at the horrors. They have a physical ranged attack, fairly okay defenses, nothing to write home about though. And when they die, they do a corpse explosion, essentially. Or when he's approaching death, actually, so this is something he has to cast. It's an instant cast though, making it difficult to do anything about it. Now let's check the Black Priest. He's still immobilized for about 3 seconds. So let's put that back up. Wenderu, get Bolam on.
Be healed, friend.
Oh yeah, it's ethereal now, I forgot. Her heal goes through enemies, and I guess just feast on that horror.
Refreshing.
The Black Priest has another 2 seconds of immobilization. Let's just make sure he doesn't cast anything. Okay, we need another heal. And now that Denzel's got his kill, let's go for the Priest. Wow, an archer coming all the way from back there. Denzel, cut that throat, please. Which I have no idea why, but it works on skeletons as well. As you can see, he now has the bleeding damage from Denzel. It's a skeleton, but he can still cut its throat. That's how good he is. Okay, Bolam needs another heal. This is why I prefer Nokka. She needs substantially less attention from healers. Nella, let's get you over here. Denzel, please attack the skeleton archer. Nella, shut him down. Wendaru! You can feast on that guy, I guess.
What would you do without?
And Denzel, I really enjoy using him to basically take out priority targets, mostly casters in the background. He has a bit of a self-heal, so if he gets targeted a little, that's okay. Okay, let's shut down this horror and all attack it. By shutting it down, we can... If that had actually done anything. Now use the skill. We can prevent his explosion, basically. Nella, shut it down. Okay, and some level ups. Nella, Denzel, Wendaru, Bolam did not. Bolam did get one. He unlocked, boom! A 2-second cast to stomp the ground and do a bit of AoE damage. Now, Wendaru. I could improve her feast to give her even more MP, or I could... I'll improve the Star of Vitality, actually. Nella. Okay, I'm done with that. Let's check it out. Channels for 10 seconds. No, don't like that, don't like that. Okay, how about this? I'll go down this route because it gives me an option to silence enemies, making them unable to cast anything. It's just an additional crowd control. Sorry about that. Mystic Theft, removing increase effects which affect targets. I really enjoy this, so I'm going to buff it up. Firstly, I've just reduced the cooldown from 30 seconds to 25 seconds. But further along the way, I can make it so that if I... Well, firstly, if I remove an effect, it'll inflict silence as well. And this is an instant cast, so it's nice. But if I go all the way down here, it would imply silence without requiring that an effect was removed in the first place. So it's just free silence. And that is an additional option to just shut down casters. So this is really the kind of team that we have right now, is where we have a lot of crowd control. Nella has a lot of it. Wendaru can remove increase effects. Denzel has options to shut down enemies. And the other team just had nothing, pretty much. Okay, let's go in a little. Okay, I cannot save in fight. That seems fair enough. Now everyone just attack the skeleton archer. There's bound to be more stuff incoming, such as a paladin, a warrior, and a quaestor. But you remember those quaestors that were really nasty? Aww, no you don't. Denzel on quaestor duty, and Nella just, I don't know, go for something. Bolam, why not do your AoE thing, and Wendaru can start healing. Okay, so let's check out this warrior. He merely wishes to increase his attack speed. I think that's okay, we can probably take that. Denzel, more damage please. Nella, I think we might want this quester to do nothing again. I love it. Heal Bola. Feast on that. Bolam, taunt the warrior. Wendaru, go away. Quester's down, so now let's shut down the paladin because he's going after Wendaru. Oh, and we might want to interrupt that if we can manage it fast enough. Yes, that worked. That was his ability to basically automatically revive himself if he dies. We can interrupt that now as well, so we don't have to deal with that. Yeah. I know I keep going on about it, but there is a reason I really love that skill on Nella. Now, that warrior should probably not make it. Yeah. Bolam, you can taunt this one now. And Nella, why don't you shut that one down? It's not really necessary anymore if there's only like 1 or 2 enemies left, but I like it. Denzel, more damage. And now only the skeletons left. Okay. Bolam should now have unlocked his final skill. Enraged. You see, he's meant to be a tank, and this is a skill which improves his damage but reduces his armor, which I've never used it before, and I don't think I will use it now. It seems so weird. Because, I mean, in order to be a physical attacker, he would really need to be able to hit all the time, and he's clumsy and misses a fair amount, so...
I think a spider is knitting a web around my feet. Let's do something.
It's not been that long, be quiet. Wow. Who else got? Wendaru got a level up. So we can now either make the projectile a boomerang, which reduces the healing, but allows me to basically get the healing in twice if I work it correctly. Or I can make the targeted allies immune against damage, and I think I'll do that. Nella, I can... which one did I want to go? I think I wanted to go for the silence, right? Yeah. Silence will fall. No, reducing... Yep. So now this is an AoE thing, which basically reduces attack speed. It's not really useful until it adds the silence effect, I think. Okay. But at this stage, I think it's time to end the episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.